I'm going to be showing you two methods to send Robux to people on Roblox. Now, I highly recommend the first one because that's the one that's really preferable that I use all the time. But if you do not want to use the first one, that is alright, and then we can go ahead and try the second option. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you two really good methods that are pretty effective to send Robux to people. So let's just get right into it, no time wasting. So to start, what you're going to do is go over to groups. If you do not have 100 Robux and you're not willing to buy a group, then essentially I'm going to be showing you in the second method how you can give Robux to your friends without having to buy a group for 100 Robux. But before that, I'm just going to be showing you how you can give people Robux with your group. So essentially, guys, what you're going to do is go into a group. I'm just going to use this test group right here that I have. It's got a really dumb name, but essentially, guys, what you're going to do is if you go to store right here, then right here you'll get a little message that says groups have the ability to create and sell official shirts, pants and t-shirts. All revenue goes to group funds. Now the idea is if you go to configure group on your group, then on the top left you'll have group funds right here. But essentially, guys, what you're going to do is go ahead and click on this create or manage group items, and then what you're going to do is go ahead and create a shirt right here, which will cost you 10 Robux. Once you have created the shirt, it can literally be anything. You can go into Photopea or Photoshop, whatever you have. Photopea is a free online one. If you don't know how to make a shirt, then you can quickly go ahead and find out a tutorial after this video. But it's so simple. You can even find one off Google. However, you could get banned for that sometimes. Sometimes people get banned for copying other people's shirts. I think it is fine though, as long as you don't copy it and then start reselling it like forever. By that, what I mean is if you start trying to resell it and get Robux instead of from someone else's shirt, then you could get banned for that. But if you only have it like private to yourself or just buy it for the purpose of this video, then that should be good. So I have this shirt right here on this test group right here. So essentially what you can do is once you're on the shirt, it should process and everything. If it doesn't process and it fails, that means that there's something inappropriate on it. I don't recommend you putting anything inappropriate on the shirts, but essentially, guys, once your shirt has processed and you've got your shirt open right here, what we're going to do is go ahead and press on the three dots in the top right, then go ahead and press configure. Now once you've pressed configure, this page should appear right here. You're going to go onto the left and go ahead and click on sales. Then on sales right here, you want to make sure you select item for sale, and then you want to set a price. So I might set it for like 500 Robux. Now if you go and set it for 500 Robux, you want to go ahead and hit save, then go back to the shirt again. If I go ahead and refresh the page right here, then you'll see that the price of it is 500 Robux. Now, essentially, guys, what you're going to do is go ahead and delete it from your inventory. Make sure you press yes, and then you'll successfully remove from your inventory. Now, what we're going to do is go ahead and buy the shirt. Now, obviously, I don't want to actually put group funds into this test group that I have right here. But if you go ahead and buy this shirt, then 350 Robux will go to group funds. Why 350 and not 500? Well, basically, Roblox takes a 30% cut every time you make a purchase on Roblox. If you did not know, every time you buy something like a Game Pass, then the creator only gets 70% of how much you paid. See how much group funds you're getting from making a purchase from your shirt. All you need to do is go back to configure. On the left, you're going to go ahead and click sales again. Then where it says price, whatever price you've put in, then the creator's earnings, so how much will go in group funds appears here. So if I set for 500 Robux, 350 Robux goes to group funds. If I do it for 1000 Robux, 700 Robux goes to group funds. So basically, you want to put the amount of Robux you're giving to people in total as the amount that the shirt costs. Let's say I wanted to give 700 Robux to someone. Let's say I wanted to give 700 Robux to 3 people. Then all I want to do is go ahead and set it to 1000 Robux because then that will put 700 Robux in group funds. Now once you've done that, all you need to do is go ahead and click save. Then just go back to details. Now what you can go ahead and do is go ahead and buy the shirt. Now once you have, after like about 7 days, all of those Robux will go to group funds. The reason it takes 7 days is because Roblox needs to verify whether or not it's like some kind of scam purchase or like a hacked account. After about 7 days, it will appear in group funds, but don't worry, it will always, if you're worried that it's not coming in group funds after like 3 or 4 days, then don't worry, it will come after maximum a week. Now once it's there, all you need to do is go to configure group. And then on the top left here, you should see group funds, and then it'll say however much you put in. So if I just bought that shirt there, then it would be 700 Robux. To check that it's still coming through, all you need to do is go to revenue and then go to summary, and then over here where it says pending Robux, it should say the amount of Robux that I believe it costed. The shirt costed. If you can't see it, it's probably because the summary time period is set to day. If you hit it to like year, then it'll tell you how much like pending Robux you have like over the past year. If you just do week, that'll be good enough because that'll tell you like how much Robux is pending from like how much you bought to put into group funds, if you get what I mean. Now guys, just watch the rest of this video to find out how you can actually give the Robux, because obviously now in a week's time the Robux will end up in your group. Essentially what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and go to revenue, then go ahead and go to payouts. Now what you need to do is go ahead and invite whoever you're giving this Robux to your group. It's really simple. All you need to do is just send them the invite to the group, or just send the group link, and then go ahead and tell them to join the group. Now once they have, all you need to do is go ahead and go to one-time payouts. and then obviously it says you do not have any funds to distribute, but if you do have any, then you go ahead and click a button that looks a bit like this. It's like add payout recipient or something like that. You're gonna go ahead and click that, and then what you're gonna do is go and type in their username. If they're in the group, then it'll appear here. So for example, someone who might be in the group, I would just put my account, so you could just do your account to test it. But yeah, so if I go and do that and then press OK, then you can go ahead and put the amount of Robux right here. Obviously you're gonna do this on one-time payout. I don't have any funds to distribute, so I can't actually do that. You're gonna go ahead and add payout recipients or whatever it says there, then go ahead and type in however much you want to send, then go ahead and press distribute. This save button here will probably say distribute instead, and then once you've done that, the Robux will appear in their account. Just one thing you need to keep in mind is the fact that the user needs to be in your group for 1 to 2 weeks, because obviously, as you guys know, a lot of scams may happen where people join a group like on alt accounts, and then they hack their main account or hack the owner of the group. They'll send all the Robux to their alt account, and to avoid this from happening, what they do is make it so that you have to wait 2 weeks before you can send Robux to a new user. It'll just say that a user is too new to the group to give Robux. Now guys, that is the first possible option to send Robux to your friends on Roblox. Now there is a second possible option. Now for this, what they're going to need to do is go to create on the top of their screen, and then on the left hand side they're going to go ahead and click either shirts or t-shirts. With shirts, what you need to do is go ahead and find a shirt, like a shirt template, then just write anything on it and then go ahead and upload it onto here. This will cost 10 Robux, but you can also do the same for t-shirts. These are free, however to actually sell them, they cost 10 Robux. So essentially they're the same thing. I recommend shirts though, because shirts are a nicer thing. What you can do is go ahead and do choose file and then upload it for 10 Robux. Now once you've done that, you can go ahead and open up the shirt. If it's still processing or something, you can just let it process. But essentially guys, this is what your friend needs to do, or whoever you're giving the Robux to. They need to go ahead and go to configure, and then they need to go to sales right here, and then what they need to do is go ahead and set the price to however much Robux they want you to spend. So I recommend you just tell them how much you want them to set it to. So for example, if I want to put it as like 250, then they would receive 175 Robux. If I put it to 1,000 Robux, then I would spend 1,000 Robux and they would get 700. It's similar to the group thing, but this is completely different, so don't get this mixed up. But yeah, so if you spend 1,000 Robux, then you'll get 700 Robux. Then the user will receive 700 Robux in their account. What you need to do is go ahead and hit save. If it's on a t-shirt, then after clicking save, you'll get a little pop-up that says this costs 10 Robux, are you sure? But with shirts, all you need to do is spend 10 Robux in the first place. It's essentially the same for both of them if you're trying to sell them. But yeah, that's about it. So what you guys can do is go ahead and go back to details, and then once you're here, it will say how much it costs. What you're going to do is make sure your friend goes ahead and sends this to you. Then once you go ahead and buy this, it will appear in their account after around 7 days. Again, this is for Roblox to verify purchases. They do this a lot now on Roblox where they make you like verify a purchase or whatever. Like where it takes like a week for the Robux to come through, but the Robux does eventually come through. Now of course, if worst comes to worst and your friend needs Robux immediately and you really want to give them Robux, then what you can do is go ahead and like go to PayPal or something like that, and then give them the money by PayPal. If you have a card yourself, that'd be very useful. What you have to do is go to PayPal, then send it to another PayPal user. Then with that PayPal, they can go ahead and go to Robux and then buy the Robux. What they need to do is just go ahead and like go and choose a Robux option to buy Robux with. Then obviously use star code ROBUX. Oh wait. And then you can go ahead and just buy the Robux via PayPal right here. But yeah, that's about it. It's about to make me pay Robux for this. Anyways guys, yeah, so if this did help, do be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and check out one of these videos on screen now.